Hi guys, this is Noiser with another episode of Quick Tips, the series where I post short videos, each containing one tip that has helped me improve my game in Rainbow Six Siege. In today's quick tip I will talk about an old classic FPS move that I've just started to implement in my playstyle, the Dropshot. Drop shooting is when you go prone when encountering an enemy to throw their aim off and make you a harder target to hit. In games like Battlefield, I've used this quite a lot, but for some reason never found the same use for it in Rainbow Six Siege. That is until I started getting killed by drop shots, which surprisingly enough was quite recently actually. I don't know why, but at least on PS4 I haven't come across so many players using drop shots until a couple of months ago. And one tip for Rainbow Six Siege that you always can rely on is that if other players kill you using it, you can use it to kill other players. So that's what I did. In my opinion, drop shots is something you have to practice to be aware of, like a reflex that you practice to perform when encountering an enemy, so it's something you start doing without having to think about it. And that takes some time. I'm not there yet, but I'm trying to be aware of it to perfect this and to steady my aim while dropping to the floor. This is often quite powerful when you, for example, strafe around a corner to engage an enemy that you have spotted and that has spotted you, because the drop shot is most effective when the enemy already is trying to target your head and then have to lower their aim. The reason this works so well is because it's so difficult to lower your aim while firing, as the recoil pushes your gun upwards. On console, this is even harder than on PC, as it's extremely difficult to be precise when making big adjustments up and down with your sight using the right analog stick, compared to adjusting your aim sideways with the left analog stick. For you going prone, on the other hand, you actually want to adjust your sight upwards, which the recoil sort of will do automatically, to some extent anyway. Drop shots on console gets even more interesting when, for example, using a scuff controller as I am. With paddles under the controller, you can press prone and keep aiming at the same time, which makes drop shots much more precise than with a standard controller in my opinion. So, do you need to go and get a scuff controller to be competitive in Rainbow Six Siege? No, of course not. I'm probably outgunned by people using standard controllers all the time, of course, but if you love playing Rainbow Six Siege on your console on a daily basis like I do, the added comfort and ability to improve beyond the possibilities with a standard controller is actually worth those $200 a controller like this will cost you, especially if it's something you use every day. Now, this was not supposed to be a video about scuff controllers, but when it comes to drop shots, that's something that actually can make a big difference in how useful the drop shot is, or perhaps rather how easy it is to perform. So, to sum this up, when you engage an enemy that has spotted you, go prone while returning fire to put their aim off and avoid getting killed by a headshot right away. Just remember this tactic is most useful when you're spotted, so your enemy have to adjust their sight from your normal head level down to the ground. A maneuver that is actually quite difficult to do with precision, especially while firing. So that's about it for today, guys. What are your thoughts around this? Do you use drop shots and what is your experience of that? Share your thoughts by leaving a comment below and give me a thumbs up or down so I get some sort of feedback on this. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon next to it so you'll get notified when I post. I'll be back on Sunday again with some more Rainbow Six Siege content, and until then, I will keep being Noiser. Hej då!